welcome back to Donald Mackerel Gaming with me, Donald Mackerel, doing my next version of Hit, or S-Hit, for my last pickup, well, round of pickups rather, which was the £40 bundle from eBay, if you remember. Only 3 purchases, so this should be a nice quick one. But the problem is, I've got a feeling that what I'm about to say today could upset a few people, particularly with the first choice. So we're going to introduce the new character, which is the Truth Emu. Isn't that right, Truth Emu? Yes, and I've got the same voice as Donald, and sometimes my mouth doesn't even move whilst Donald's is, because I'm not a puppeteer. But the Truth Emu is here to say the hard truths that maybe Donald can't. So the first game we're going to be looking at was the highly anticipated PS2 game, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater for the PS2. Which, yeah, I'm really excited to play this, wasn't I, Truth Emu? No, not really. You actually thought that it was a bit poop when you played some of the more modern games, so you were thinking that, why am I doing this? Yeah, no, I was sort of thinking that some of the more modern ones, I played Metal Gear Solid 5, really disappointing, really boring, long introduction, not much gameplay, like just, it felt like I was trying to play a film, like Hideo Kojima had just, he'd been having too much smoke blown up his bottom, put it that way. I tried Metal Gear Solid 4 back in the days of the PS3, again, really didn't enjoy that, same situation. But I had been told that this was the best in the franchise, and this was before Hideo Kojima started to lose it and started to think a bit too much of himself. So, in playing that, did I enjoy it? It says it's 9 out of 10 on the back. Awesome game, worth every bite, totally boss. 97%, exciting, tense and immersive. It's the best Metal Gear Solid yet. I loved Metal Gear, and I loved Metal Gear 2, surprisingly. Even it wasn't as good as Metal Gear Solid for me, but Metal Gear Solid 2 was still great. This, I had a few issues with. Didn't I, Truth Emu? No, you didn't have a few issues, and you actually said, no, we can't say what I said live on camera, because that would get me demonetized. But, yeah, the opening introduction bit was incredibly long. Also, every time I'd go, right, we're at the end of that bit, a new bit would start up, and then another new bit, and God knows how much of the story I missed, because I was just eventually just going, oh, click. I think there was about 4 or 5 different, at least 15-minute long cutscenes that they wanted me to watch. Yeah, and the rest. So yeah, really didn't enjoy that. Didn't read the instructions either, because again, Metal Gear Solid 2 was quite intuitive. I think it taught you everything as you went along. Metal Gear, exactly the same. It's almost like the starting level, they let you know what you were going to do. As I started the game, I instantly died. Okay, don't go that way. Oh! So that's not the button you press to go up. Because I didn't know what I was doing. Perhaps I should have read the instructions. So please take this review, whatever, with a pinch of salt. Yeah, instantly died. Got confused. Didn't really know what I was meant to do. Okay.
Snake, where do you think you're going?
I have no bloody idea.
To proceed with the mission without any weapons or equipment.
I was just wandering around wildly in, I don't know, is it a forest? Wood? I don't know. Again, because I'd skipped everything at the start, I was just like, whatever, I don't know where I am, don't know what I'm doing. I went to leave, it told me that I had to go and fetch my backpack from a tree. What tree? Where? Was this explained in all the bits that I skipped and I was bored? How do I get up there? Hasn't told me any of the controls yet. I went to the tree, as it turned out, pressed every single button to try and climb it. Couldn't do it, so I thought, like, oh, it must be a different tree. Searched around again for another 10, maybe 15 minutes. Contemplated just turning it off, went back to the original tree, pressed triangle, climbed the bloody thing, got to the top, fell out of the tree. I was like, what am I doing here? Climbed the tree again, did exactly the same thing, and then it told me I'd found my backpack.
I see you've retrieved your backpacks.
Have I?
To equip a weapon, it's necessary.
Great. Survival view. Choose weapon from the backpack. It's just telling me a load of things to do, but not telling me how to do it. Oh my god. Oh my... Right.
And it's at that point I went, do you know what? You can shove this. This is possibly one of the most overhyped, terrible... Whoa, hold on, this is my job. That is a good point, True Theme. It was one of the most terrible, overhyped games Donald has ever played, and it's definitely going in the trash pile. Yeah, that is an S hit, and anybody who says otherwise is just a Kojima fan. Genuinely, to me, that was guff. I haven't got time to sit there and get through all that absolute bilge. Again, this is my business. Yeah, you're redundant, True Theme. So no, really did not like Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, or oh god, I was going to say something horrible then. I try and keep these PG friendly when it's kids might be watching them, but yeah, S hit. Do not play Metal Gear 3. The next game is a PS1 game that I had on the PC originally. Very, very excited to play this because I remember I wasn't very good at the PC version, but I remember enjoying it. Wasn't very good at this one either. Crusader, No Remorse for the PS1. That one, it was different from what... I might be wrong here, tell me if I'm wrong, but I remember the PC one, the opening level, I remember being completely different. So I'm not sure if it's a different game for different systems, or if it's just me misremembering. It might be nostalgia, or it could just be my bad memory, not remembering the first level properly. Yeah, it's probably that one. So, look, I'm doing the almost ventriloquism. Yeah, so did I enjoy it though? Yeah, sort of. Wow, you actually lost your temper on several occasions. That is true. Truth, Emu. Why did you push Rod Hull off that roof anyway? Shut up. So, so what didn't I like about it? So again, my fault. Didn't read the instruction manual, but I just hadn't got a clue what I was doing. The controls were probably overly complex for what you needed to do. I remember on the PC it was fairly easy. I'm imagining though that to convert that onto a PlayStation control pad back in the day when you didn't have like all the additional ones, even with the PS2 you didn't have all those additional buttons. They probably overly simplified the controls by condensing them onto the buttons that were available to them at the time, which made it difficult to play. And I got soft locked on the first level because I died, so I was like, right, what am I doing here? Figured out what I was doing, started figuring out the controls, played through that first level again. Absolutely brilliant, loved it. So at that point, I got through to the ending bit, like turned off the alarms, got to this main door, clicked on it, and it told me I needed to put a key code in.
Area secure. Security has been breached.
Where'd you find the key code? I didn't actually skip the intro to this one. I watched all the intro. I have no idea where to find the key code. I went backwards and forwards, searched everything, clicked on everything, couldn't find a key code anywhere, and so I turned it off. But I still enjoyed it. I still thought it was a good game. Well, you didn't say that at the time. No, but I've had time to think, True Theme You. Still think it's a good game. Yeah, really, really enjoyable, actually. So I know it's not what you should do, but I'm going to have a look on YouTube, see if there's things that I'm missing. There might be people giving hints and tips on how to play it. But yeah, enjoyed that one. Is it a hit? Yeah, I'm going to put it down as a hit. It's just about a hit. So Crusader, no remorse. I would say give it your time if you find it cheap enough. And then on to the final game, the one that I've been told is in people's top 10 lists of all time on the blooming PlayStation. And I know there's a second game in this series, so yeah. I wasn't expecting much from it, but I expected it to be half decent. It was Fear Effect on the PS1. Was it half decent? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Truth Emu, it was. Well done. Thank you. Can I have a cookie? No, because you're not real and you don't eat. Oh, no. Well, I might as well just come off then. So, yeah, he probably might not be coming back. Depends on what you guys think. The Fear Effect game on PS1. How to describe it? The art style, very unique. I've never seen anything like it before. Well, definitely not at this time. Almost like a playable cartoon. It was really, really good. Had the sort of Resident Evil viewpoint with tank controls and so on and so forth. When I first tried to play it, I underestimated how difficult it was because I thought, oh, cartoony sort of game. Went in all guns blazing, murdered horrendously. After that, though, did take a little bit of time to just be on my own, work out what does what. I mean, at the start of the game, there's a helicopter pilot watching you sort of walk away. I didn't realise this. So what he must have thought when he saw somebody just crouching on the floor and rolling around and pulling the gun out and putting it away again for 20 minutes.
So he's just been watching her doing that, and he's like, yeah, she seems fine.
Must have been really fun for him. But yeah, went on with the game. It's got like puzzle elements. Again, to me, it's a cartoon Resident Evil, but without zombies. You're just like a spy or something like that. Not better than Resident Evil, so I don't understand why it places so high in lots and lots of people's top 10 lists. I've got a feeling this was, and not in a woohoo sort of way, I've got a feeling that this was back in the days of Lara Croft, where if you had an attractive female lead character, all the prepubescent boys are just like, oh, got to buy that one. So I think a lot of this is nostalgia on the case of the people whose lists I have looked at. For me, though, I would still say it's a good game. I'd still say it's a hit. I say I really enjoyed myself with it, but not as good as some of the other games of the period. So I get a bit confused in why it does rank so high with other people. But it's not a bad game, and it's not even a sort of game. It's really good. So yeah, Fear Effect. Won't be ranking in my top 10, but definitely keeping it. Very, very happy to have that. And so I'm putting my hand back in, that doesn't work, back in the Truth Emu one last time. So that's me 3 games that I picked up. Can I do it with one hand? Yeah, I can. That's me 3 games I've picked up. Have you played any of them? Oh no, stop it, Truth Emu, stop it. Have you played any of them? Did you enjoy any of them? Am I wrong? Should I push on with Metal Gear 3, or is that opening, literally the opening 5 minutes, is that the rest of the game? Is it just non-stop just Hideo Kojima going, look how amazing I am, which was bloody awful. Honestly, I hate it. I hate it. I want something I can pick up and play. I don't want something I have to study for an hour just to get the bloody gist of what's going on. Is it just me, or is it the game? Let me know. Crusader, is it different on the PC? Because it feels like it was to me. It feels a lot harder to control on the PlayStation. And Fear Effect, is it a good game? Because I say I enjoyed it, but I don't know. It doesn't seem as good as people were making out. Anyway, that's all you're going to get from me, Donald Mackerel, and God knows if the Truth Emu is going to be back or is going to be murdering more 1980s TV presenters. Shut up! So, yeah, hope to see you again soon. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen as well. It's been Donald Mackerel for Donald Mackerel Gaming, and the Truth Emu, and the Truth Emu. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye!